Yeah, this is tea time. Yeah, making a difference, one cup at a time. Tea time. So be sure to grab your tea, grab a seat, and tune in to Miss Liz. Tea time, making a difference, one cup at a time. Tea time, yeah. Tea time, time.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is afternoon tea time. That's right. And Miss Liz is back here with an incredible guest. That's right. Today I have Adam Duval, the creator, founder, and producer of the Mental Health Warriors. That's right. We're talking mental health today. So we're going to get the disclaimer out there. Then we're going to get Adam in here. We're going to do a little bit of bio, intro stuff, all that good stuff. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, grab your glass of wine, whatever you choose to drink. And we're going to sit and we're going to learn what Adam's TEA is today. So the disclaimer for Miss Liz's Tea Time live show. Miss Liz is going live using StreamYard. Before leaving a comment, please grant StreamYard permission to see your name at StreamYard.com. Please be advised that the content brought forward for any Tea Time show hosted by Miss Liz, myself, is always brought forward in good faith, however, may bring forth dialogue and opinions that are not representative of my platform. The facts and information are perceived to be accurate at the given time of airing. All Tea Time guests and audience participants are responsible for using their good judgment in taking any action that may relate to the discussion. The content brought forward may include discussions for some where they may be emotionally at risk. It is significant to know that this show is engaging in discussion forums only to offer and inspire awareness and connection and is not providing therapeutical advice. If you have any questions about this disclaimer or the panelist discussion, you may freely contact me, Miss Liz, at my email at bookingmissliz@gmail.com. Moving forward, should you choose to voluntarily participate in today's show in any aspect, I, Miss Liz, welcomes you. And should you decide that this show is not made for you at this time, I respect that and will see you at a later show at a later date. Now, let me get into this incredible man. This man that I met from the UK. That's right, the UK is coming all the way to Canada today. So, Adam is a father to 3 beautiful autistic kids. He is a mental health coach that has gone through 2 decades of abuse. Due to the lack of understanding to the point he attempted suicide on the 18th of March 2019. Due to the trauma he suffered growing up. He is now the founder and producer of the Mental Health Warriors, where he and along his team bring people from all over the world onto a show to eradicate the stigma of mental health and disability discrimination. Their mission is to eradicate the stigma of both mental health illness and disability discrimination. Their vision is to get as many stories out there in support of their mission to end the stigma of mental health illnesses and disability discrimination. Their locations can be found on the social media platforms of Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram, and they will be coming up on the screen as we're going along with Adam today. So let me get Adam in here and let's find out a little bit more about Adam and then a little bit more about mental health. So let me welcome my guests. Welcome, Adam. It is an honor to have you here.
Hello. Hi.
A long time no see, right?
Well, it's not been really that long, though, has it? Because it was on our show a couple of weeks back.
I know. It seems like forever. So, Adam, let me know a little bit about you and for the listeners out there that want to know a little bit more about who you are and what you've gone through.
Oh, how long's the list? Yes, obviously, as you said, beautifully, I am a father of 3 autistic children. Is it easy? Is it hell? If you find it easy, then there's something going wrong with. But anyway, yeah, I'm just an average Joe. That's who I am. I just want to get by day, and I don't know if I can say, but kick ass of mental health.
We can kick ass. We're
We
talking
can kick
mental
ass.
health. We can kick ass.
Yes,
So, Adam, you mentioned you have 3 autistic children.
I do.
So, how is that for you?
Challenging, draining. The list goes on. but it's got some benefits to it as well because there's a lot of fighting going on, but you can learn a lot from these individuals. You can. The amount of maths that, or when my son comes home when he's learnt maths, new methods of it, new algorithms in solving a Rubik's Cube. Like he's got over 25 Rubik's Cubes now and he can solve them all.
Wow. I'm that cheater. I take the stickers and move them.
Yes. I can never solve them. Even though I've got an app on my phone to guide me. Still can't do it.
Yeah, I can't figure them out.
No.
So, what has it learned you? Talk to you about yourself.
What's it taught me? It taught me everything. It's taught me how to, even though I've never had patience in my entire life, and probably never will have patience, it's taught me to understand a lot more and communicate with these people who people say they're from another planet. They probably are, but they're from another universe, but in a really good way, which questions my humanity.
Yeah, Miss Liz doesn't do normal, so I shouldn't write.
What is
I
normal?
right. I normal. I don't know. I don't do normal, so I don't know what normal is.
No.
So, Adam, how did the mental health warriors start?
Thank you for asking that. Well, I was feeling quite shit, quite down, and I had a friend. I had a friend who sadly passed away a year ago, called Philip Cham, and he contacted me, rang me up, and he basically said, "Adam, what the hell are you doing? Um, you've got so much potential in your life. You're still young. Create this organization, create the mental health warriors, and I can even help you with it." And we just got talking about it. Yeah, go from there. He's like, you're a first aider because I was at the time, which I think is a plastic mental health coach. But obviously, I've gained since, and that's it. Did I think Mental Health Warriors was going to be successful from the start? No, I didn't, because we was like getting 50 to 60 to 100, then back down to 80 again. And I was ready to click delete, see you later, never to be seen again. But here it is.
Well, and I think having mental health as well, we go that up and down, right? And we show that roller
Absolutely.
coaster. So the viewers and listeners also show us the mental health of up and down as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll engage more with one show where the other show they'll be like, oh, this is not for me, you know? And
Yeah.
I think that's what mental health is as well, right?
Absolutely.
Is it's just like a roller coaster. It's that up, it's that down, it's that in and out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it can either be your worst friend or it can be your best friend. I've seen both sides.
So where does the disability discrimination come in for you, Adam?
Well, growing up, I fell through the cracks, and my kids fell through my son fell through the cracks, and my daughter is falling through the cracks, and the system's allowing that. And yeah, you can go away. My phone's going off. But anyway, yeah, it's all about falling through the cracks because growing up, we all know the education. Here we go. The education's got anti-bullying policies. I was allowed to be bullied. My son was being bullied in his mainstream school. My daughter's being bullied where she is, and I was allowed to get bullied. But do I want my kids getting bullied in the same pathway? I do not think so. So this is why I do what I do, and I practically do it because autism, without sounding age discriminating, elderly people don't recognize autism. They don't. And it's time we educate these people on autism because it's a hidden disability, just like dyspraxia, just like autism, just like dyslexia. It's all hidden, and we need to show them that it's there, it exists.
I'm happy that you brought up dyslexia because I live with dyslexia. And a lot of people will say, Miss Liz, your grammar, your grammar. Well, you know what? I have a learning disability. Give me a
Yeah,
break,
exactly.
you know? So what disabilities do you live with, Adam?
Well, I don't know. But what I did, what I was told, I live with dyspraxia, which obviously my daughter is going to be in the process of being assessed for that herself. And dyspraxia is basically, it affects your coordination. So it's a physical and mental disability, and that's how it impacted me when like riding the bike. I'm 31 years old, and I'm going to openly say it. I do not know how to tie a shoelace. I don't. Do I care? No, I don't.
Well, they
But
have Velcro. You don't need shoelaces.
I know.
There's always solutions, right? We can find solutions, but I think it's deeply important that we educate, and
Hmm.
bring awareness that the outside body doesn't always tell what the inside body is going through, and
Yes, that's
what
true.
people are going through. And I think that's why mental health is so hard to understand, because people will see you go to work hard, do a lot, and they're like, "Oh, you don't have mental health. Come on. You're just having a rough day. Come on, get over it."
Yeah.
But they don't understand what the thoughts are going through the mind and that. And you mentioned in your bio that you sent me, Adam, that you had committed suicide in
Yes.
2019.
Yes.
What were you feeling at that moment?
Nothing. I was feeling absolutely nothing. Um, Obviously, that was from built up trauma from my past growing up, to with all the abuse I suffered, to the fact that I've got a daughter that's in the system because of the system's errors, which I don't mind talking about. I know it's an ongoing case, but it's still public knowledge. So, from the trauma from that, and just the stress levels of home life with the fact that two autistic children, and that's as it is. And dealing with my own mental health, so it's just like, see you later. And the only thing I thought, death. That's the only thing that was on my mind. I didn't think about anything else or anyone.
Well, I want to thank you for sharing that, and I want to thank you for still being here, Adam, because you are making a difference and impacting the world, right?
I do
Uh,
like annoying people.
right. And Adam is just a special cup of tea. Like, I swear, like, he is just Adam, you bring a different flavor to the table, and I really enjoy
Ooh.
that authenticity. And um,
Is it peppermint this time?
I don't know, is it peppermint? What are you drinking
I'm
today in your
drinking
cup?
peppermint tea.
You are. And he is drinking from the Mental Health Warriors. So if you'd like to check out the Mental Health Warriors, again, check them out on all social media platforms: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all of that good stuff. I
And
will
now on
be
TikTok
posting
as
them
well.
up as we're talking as well. So if you'd like to get the links, then I'll give you the Instagram one right now, and then I'll give you the LinkedIn and all that good stuff. So, Adam, as the Mental Health Warriors producer, could you
Okay.
share with us how much of that affects your mental health? Producing a show.
Well, you know what? The overload, the overwhelming of it can have a detrimental impact on me when I'm doing too much, because the amount of times I've been attacked because I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. But the thing is, you've only seen me in front of a camera. You've not seen what I actually do behind the cameras. Because when other people are on, like Dale on Tuesdays and then Annette on Wednesdays, I'm actually busy behind the cameras. I really am busy because I'm like, I need to look for guests when I get asked to. I've got to make sure the shows go out like shares. I've got to create a TV guide. I've got to basically what you told me in a conversation that next year you're gonna show the physical side, what you do behind the cameras. This is me telling what I do behind the cameras. That's exactly what I do.
And I think it's deeply important that we start showing the work that we do behind the cameras, because a lot of people just say, "Oh, well, you have a show. Oh, you only go on for an hour." There's a lot of
There's a
back
lot.
work that goes in behind all of
Yes.
these live shows, any podcast,
Yes.
any live show, any kind of work that does with educating and bringing awareness. There is
Yeah.
a lot of back work. And I think a lot of people need to start appreciating the back work,
Yeah. Stop being a critic.
right? Step a day in my shoes and see what you go through.
Literally.
So, Adam,
Yeah, yeah.
you came up with the Mental Health Warriors. What does warrior mean to you?
Oh, warrior means everything. And you know what? You're not the first to actually ask me that question. And you certainly probably won't be the last. But basically, warrior, if you think about prehistoric times, warriors, whether it's Vikings or whatever, they fought for victory. And that's what I see in mental health within ourselves, because you have to have that warrior mentality, warrior mindset, where you're fighting with yourself every single day. Because I got taught by my grandparents that you need to stay busy. And I've now got that drummed into me that I need to stay busy, because if I just stop for a long period of time, I'm going to have a really big breakdown. And nobody's ever seen that before. And that's exactly what it is. And that's why I stay busy. Yeah, draw blood, because that's what warriors do, but not literally to yourself. But that's as it is. You're pumping yourself to just say, enough's enough. Because it's a choice, end of the day, to be down. You're choosing to.
And I noticed that when you're doing a show and you have a new show that starts, you give all of your warriors a name and a title of what they bring to the table.
Yes.
Why did you start doing that?
Well, we don't do it anymore, but if they want to carry on using it, then that's their choice. But it's all about showing that we have been there. We understand. We're not like these people that say, oh, you don't have mental health, you're just faking it, man up and all that. We don't believe in all of that. We don't. Just like I don't believe in the word advice. I hate that word. And I've got reasons behind that. But it shows that because we've all hit rock bottom. We've all attempted suicide. If I'm actually allowed to say this, because I got shut down on TikTok for saying that word. But yeah, we've all attempted suicide. Most of us have self-harmed, so we understand. We understand, and this is what we do.
And I feel that we get shut down because we speak truth. And when we speak truth, we get silent. We get
Come on,
told
Liz, you're
not
talking to me about this now. Of course. Of course.
Miss Liz gets a silent treatment a lot, so Miss Liz is used to silent.
So am
But you know
I.
what?
Who's not
Silent
trying to
brings
drag
back
me?
a warrior. It brings back that fight in us.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause that's why we've got a motto, #never quit. If you get knocked down, so what? You get knocked down, come back up. Get back up. Because when I've been knocked down many times, but I'm here. I'm still here. I'm still annoying people. Liz, one of them.
Oh yeah, all the time.
She loves
But
me,
that's
really.
okay because we understand each other.
We
Because
do.
we actually resonate with each other because we go through a similar feelings and emotions and frustration because we're doing similar roles,
Yeah,
so we understand where the frustration comes from.
absolutely.
So and I feel it's deeply important to have these friendships that we can turn to and say, you know what, my life sucks right now, it's pissing me off, I don't know where to go. Liz, can I talk? Adam, can I talk? We need these things, and we can be upfront with each other and say, you know what, you're pissing me off, you're being, we have
Yeah.
that sort of friendship where we can actually be our authentic selves, where we don't have to put this mask on and say, oh, well, I can't tell him that because I'm going to hurt his feelings. Oh, I can't tell her that because it's going to hurt her.
Well, that's exactly as it is, because the amount of people that have come onto the Mental Health Warriors show, it doesn't matter whose it was, whether it's mine and Andrea's, whether it's Dale's, Annette's, it doesn't matter. The amount of people that's come on and said, oh, I'm nervous. But then half an hour to 45 minutes, even an hour later, oh, it's like talking to an old friend. That's exactly as it is. And the amount of times they've broken down as well. Because with us, the guest doesn't know the questions, and you know that, Liz. We don't provide questions. We just
I
like
don't
it
either.
raw. We like it raw, and we just say it as it is, like with me. And that's why people love tuning into mine and Andrew's show, which is Warriors of Attraction, because we're attracting. Because I always believe you do not need to be part of the Mental Health Warriors team to be a warrior. You don't, because we are all warriors with our mental health. And even though I believe mental health needs changing, that's just my view anyway. But that's exactly as it is. Because when you're crying, because I've cried on camera before, and I don't mind. I don't mind, because that's exposing your vulnerability, which is showing that you have strength within you.
And we shouldn't be afraid to cry.
No,
I
fear.
I I, I
Get rid of
my
the fear.
guests all the time, and I tell you this, Adam, all the time. Cry. Crying is good. It's recharging. It's renewing.
Yeah.
It's refreshing ourselves. We need to release. We need to let it go.
The amount of times I've cried many times.
So, what message would you like to give to the warriors out there that are not aware of the warriors yet?
Reach out. Reach out, because you may feel alone, but you're not. Because if you do feel alone, then, sorry to say, but bluntly, you're not looking enough. You're not, because there are organisations out there. They're like this Miss Liz. She always makes time for people, even though she's a busy lass. She'll always spend time and talk to you. With me, same with the Warriors. We're always here. We're always a message away. If you don't want to message on Facebook, message on Instagram or any others. Like, we're now on TikTok as well, which we're trying to grow. And I know I've not provided you with the link, but
I'll get it.
yeah, she'll get it. The MH Warriors. Yeah, we're almost on like 200 followers. So yeah, we are trying to grow that. But yeah, like, if you message Instagram, it'll come straight through to the Warriors. That's what it is. And there's no waiting time. We'll get back to you straight away. And I'm a night owl anyway, so if you message, hi Tammy. But if you message, yeah, if you message us, I'm here day or night. It doesn't matter.
And that's what we have to put that message out there, Adam. We're going through our own things as well, but we're still there. We might be a little moody, we might be a little frustrated, but we're still there. And we're able to express, like, we need time right now. Because I know Adam has been reaching out to me for the last little bit, and I've been like, oh, it's not a good time. It's not a good time, because I have a lot of things that is going on. But I still take that time to send that message and say it's not good. I don't give the silent. I don't say, I can't answer you. I give you an answer and I say no.
No, I'm just very curious now. Forget all of that. You call me moody. I'm not moody sometimes.
Yeah, you're a moody flavor. So let's get into your flavor of what is your T, Adam. So if I give you the letters TEA, what words would you give me for each letter?
Oh, now you're talking. I've never been asked that before. T is this describing me?
Yes, not me. You can't describe me. You can describe yourself.
Right. Well, if someone, I feel like if Liz had to describe me, I think T would be troublemaker. But I'm not sometimes. But T, I'm say titanium. I would.
Ooh.
Like, I'm the bomb of mental health. I really am. E, I'd say I'm excited. I really am. I'm excited just to see what happens, because I'm looking forward to 2023. I'm looking forward to it, and I've never been looked forward to a year before. A, ambitious, straight away.
Oh, I like that. Get more into that ambitious. I want to know more about the ambitious.
But yeah, again, I could change that for attitude. Yeah, I'm gonna change it to attitude. And there's a reason why I'm gonna say attitude, which you probably never had before, Liz. But I'm gonna say attitude because you need to have that attitude, that positive attitude to say, forget mental health, because mental health, yes, it's there, it exists, but only in your mind. Because when you was born, the doctor or nurse or midwife, whatever, they didn't say, oh, that person's got depression, that person's got CPTSD or trauma. They haven't. They've given you a name or a number, and that is it. You've allowed mental health to exist within your life. You've allowed it, and that's the choice you've made. And now, I'm gonna sound like a doctor here with the medication. It's like, you've allowed this to exist. So now, what are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna allow it to take over your life, or are you gonna take over its life?
Well, it's the warrior in us, right? Do we let it defeat? Do we let it defeat
Obviously.
us, or do we move on? And carry on and fight the battle. A lot of people don't understand that. Sometimes we feel like we're giving up, but we're actually just recharging ourselves to
Yeah,
come back and fight harder. you know
absolutely. The
and
amount
that's
of
when we get a lot of
self-care is critical.
people that underestimate us and say, you know what, well, just give up. You're tired anyway, just give it up.
Absolutely. And that's exactly when it came to my son as well. Hey, Tegan. Yeah, that came to my son as well because you mentioned the word underestimate. You know what? I know Lucas, but I actually underestimated him a few weeks back. I really did because I took him swimming for the very first time. He's never been in a pool before. Well, he's been in small pools, but he's never been in a swimming pool. And I thought he was going to have a meltdown and go into really big crisis. But no, he was jumping around. He was like, I'm like, wow.
I remember on the first day I went swimming, I was jumping up next to the wall.
Yeah, you was.
I'm going, bee, bee,
Okay, right.
bee.
Right, love you.
I love you too.
Okay.
Can I have some Chris?
Well, not really, because it's lights out in about 2 minutes. So you can have packet crisps for your breakfast as well, with your breakfast. No, go on. No, off you go. 'Cause otherwise, you're going to be up till about 10 p.m. tonight.
And we have a comment here from Tammy. Tammy was also a Tea Time guest, and she has calm calm the crazy monster, or crazy monster. It's something crazy. Tam, put it in the comments because I totally am twisting it backwards here. But she actually makes Play-Doh and sensory activities
Ooh.
for kids that have autistic and autism and that. I actually
Ooh.
have some Play-Doh here because when she came on Tea Time, she actually played with Play-Doh with me, and she makes it with tea. She's got some
Calm
really
your
incredible things.
monster.
Calm your monster. That's it. So sorry about that, Tammy. And Tammy was, I believe, in season 1 on Tea Time, and now she's doing other things. So check out Tammy. She's doing a
What
lot of
season are you
incredible
on
things.
now?
Tammy is she's in Cornwall as well. So she lives in Cornwall with Miss Liz, and she does incredible stuff. So I'm going to connect the two of you guys, Adam,
Oh, yeah, please
after
do.
the show. Yeah,
Yeah.
because she makes these incredible kits and Play-Doh, and I still have
Ooh,
my Play-Doh. I play with it sometimes when I get really frustrated. I just punch the crap out of the Play-Doh, and
go
then I
for
make
it.
little teddy bears and all that crazy stuff. But yeah. So back to underestimating, and I love that your child came in and spoke, because we need to hear the children's voices as well,
Yeah.
and the excitement. And children actually teach us a lot about ourselves.
Thing is, you've just heard my daughter then. You would never, if she was in school and we were doing this, you wouldn't hear her. She'd be shy, she'd be masking the lot. And that's what the school don't pick up on. But I'm not allowed to say that because I'm intimidating them, apparently.
Well, that's what we do, right? When we speak the truth, we intimidate people. So Tammy says that she still does calm your monster,
Ooh.
but now I use the tarot cards to talk about emotions.
I
So
need to talk with this person.
Tammy is an amazing young lady, so be sure to check her out as well. And you can find her Tea Time on my YouTube channel as well.
Of course.
So, Adam, let's get back to the Warriors.
Okay.
Where do you see the Warriors in 5 years?
Well, we're already on Amazon and Spotify. So I'd say definitely monetized and definitely out in the community instead of just living on the street, like behind the camera, actually being in the streets and talking to other people. Us wearing our sweatshirts with the Mental Health Warriors logo on it.
Do you want to share a little bit about those products, Adam? Where they can find these products?
Well, we haven't got sweatshirts yet. We've only got. Hang on. Let's see if I can find it. No, that's not it. No, I can't find it. But we do have a Mental Health Warriors pen, and we've also got the mug. That's all we've got. But we are looking at t-shirts. We are looking.
Awesome.
Yes.
So, and with that message, what message are you giving with that?
Well, it's all in the mug, which I know it's quite a thing, but we've got hashtag never quit, hashtag the mental health warriors, hashtag let's talk.
That's the one I forgot. Let's talk. So let's get into let's
I dare
talk.
you.
What does let's talk stand for, Adam and the Warriors?
Talk. Get talking.
Talk.
Because
Talk.
silence, you're holding on to something, and that isn't good for your mental health or mental well-being. It's not. If you're talking, like the best thing I ever did, because growing up, when I was being abused, I kept that to myself for 21 years. People picked up, and this was by my own family, by the way, I was being abused by. And I kept that to myself. I kept that away from everybody. The school system, they knew something was going on in my life. They knew something. Like even on the bright sunny summer day, when everyone weren't wearing jackets or coats or anything like that, I was still wearing a big jumper. Was I sweating? Yes, of course, but I was hiding those fresh bruises, because I used to get beaten up at home and at school every single day, and that traumatized me growing up because I was allowed. So they knew it, and then obviously I spoke with a police officer. They did nothing about that, so I ended up ringing an ambulance when I was on top of a cliff.
So, Adam, I want to just change it up a little. You gave me the word passionate. I asked you one word to describe yourself, and you gave me the word passionate. What does the word passionate mean to you?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Passionate is basically, it's using the pain, the anger, the frustration, all the emotions to say, right, bring all those together into our own tea and help those who's in the situation we was once in, and reassure them that they may feel like shit now, but they won't if they talk to us.
I like that you say bring it together.
Yes.
I think we
Hey,
need to,
we're making our own tea, Liz.
right? We need to bring it together by working and collaborating with each other. So, if anybody would like to collaborate with the Mental Health Warriors in the future, how can they do that?
Reach out, email us, contact one of our social medias. We are waiting, Liz.
Waiting and watching. That's what we do, is we wait and we watch. Now, Adam, I also asked you what your favorite color is. What is your
Blue.
favorite color?
Blue.
And why?
Because I'm a Pisces. Yeah, I'm a
He's a
Pisces.
fish.
I'm a fish. Yeah, I feel like I'm one of these piranhas though. That I may be like a tuna fish when I'm calm, but when you piss me off, I turn into a piranha. I'm like, not gonna happen. But even then, I could be a shark. Who knows? Because they're just fish as well. But
They're just bigger and bigger and bigger.
hey, I could be the megalodon. But anyway, back to, because I'm a Pisces, I associate blue with the ocean, the sea. And when the sun's setting, just look how beautiful the open sea looks. Because it really is magical. And you see all the magic happening when the sun is setting onto that sea, that open sea. You just see it, and wildlife comes up like dolphins, sharks, the lot. They all come jumping out. And that just is special.
It's the calming effect that it has on the mind.
And you know what? I have never ever said that on camera before.
Well, look at that. First time for everything.
Yes. Yes.
So, Adam, what does eradicate mean to you? Because for the viewers and listeners out there, they might not know what the word eradicate means. Could you explain that to them?
Eradicate means You can't get rid of mental health. Mental health is here. It's going to always be here. But you can stabilize it. You can stabilize your mind through communication. And this is why I'm going to home educate my daughter Tegan, because she ain't getting taught about these things in school, about communication with her own emotions, and she wants help with that. So this is why I'm doing it. But eradicates, it's basically deleting, it's getting rid of that unwanted energy, that getting rid of all those negatives within your life. And that's what I'm choosing to do, and that's what I encourage. I'm not going to tell you what to advise, because that is telling you what to do. I'm going to encourage you to find your own method and getting rid of those unwanted energy.
And I love that, because it's true. Mental health is here, and we all
Yes.
have to face it. It is here, and we have to start understanding it so we can move through it. We can't move on. We're going to move through it. It's like a roller coaster. It just keeps going around and round and round and round and round. The ride stops, you get back on, you go around and round and round and round again.
Yeah.
You know, so we have to start understanding that mental health is here, and it's here to stay.
Yep.
And it's affecting more and more people each and every day. And the silence needs to be broken, and the stigma needs to be broken. So now I want to get into the stigma. What does stigma mean to you?
Silence. That's exactly what stigma is. It's the silence and the misunderstanding and the misconceptions. That's exactly what it is. And especially for men with mental health. There's the biggest stigma ever, because without sounding sexist or anything like that, us men have been indoctrinated and brainwashed into being these masculine and man of the house people. No, we are not. No, we're not, because when you're encouraging us to be like you're taking away our vulnerability and feminine side. Me, I'm enjoying showing both.
I love that you mentioned that, Adam, because I am a firm and strong believer that men need help too.
Of
Men
course
need
we do.
support out there as well.
Yeah, well,
This,
in my area, there's absolutely loads of organisations for women, loads, but there's nothing for men, nothing,
so
and I
how do we
find that
change that?
horrible.
How do we change that, Adam?
By talking and collaborating, and that, as I keep saying, yeah, it's good having all these little pages and groups on all social media platforms, but what we need to do is bring those little voices together, collaborate with other people, and turn those little voices into one big voice, because the bigger we are, the easier we will get listened to.
So if you had a choice to open a service for men in your area, in your country, Adam, what type of service would you open?
Well, the mental health worries isn't sexist, because we are living in a diverse universe and we want to change that. We want to transform. We're all about transformation, and we want to change from diverse into equality. We want to bring equality back, because it seems equality is disappearing, and not slowly either. So we want to bring that back. So to your question, do I want to bring do I want to open an organisation just for men? No, I don't. I want to do it for both. Because women, yeah, the stigma surrounding men, but women struggle too. And same with children. Because I want to focus on all ages.
I like that you brought in children, because we need to understand that
Yes.
the children are suffering mental
Of course they are.
illnesses as well.
Yes.
I myself was diagnosed at the age of 12. What age were you diagnosed, Adam?
98. So
So
I was 7.
wow. That's what we mean. We need to start bringing this awareness and this education to the table, that it's starting at a young age. It's not just adults. And I want to go back to, you started sharing at the beginning of the show, Adam, about trauma, family trauma, and that. And how does trauma affect mental health?
Yeah, but obviously, before I answer that, yes, I was diagnosed in 98 when I was 7 years old. But be honest, I'm 31 now, and I only knew mental health actually existed 6 years ago.
Wow.
6 years ago. That's when I knew mental health existed. That's how much we need to destigmatize this. We really do, because it doesn't get spoke about in schools. It doesn't, and that's what pees me off. But even then, when I asked my daughter a while back, because she said that she's been learning about mental health. I'm like, brilliant. Talk to me about it. Oh, depression, this, anxiety, that, and she talked to me about how it impacts you. I'm like, right, okay, talk to me about the emotion side to it. She's like, I don't know. That's what.
It's frustrating as a parent, right?
Yes, and that's why I'm constantly attacking them. But going back to the trauma, trauma can impact anyone at any time. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be from abuse. It could be falling off a bicycle, growing up. It could be walking into a road and the car coming and you have to suddenly stop. All that is some sort of trauma. Can you escape trauma? No, you can't. No, you can't. You always can have some sort of trauma, like when you stub a toe, or even stand on Lego. That can be traumatizing as well. You can't escape it.
What's like mental health, right?
It's how you deal with it.
It's like mental health. You can't escape it. When I hear people say, well, I healed my mental health. You stabilized your mental health.
Yes.
You did not heal your mental health.
You can't heal it. You can't
You can't heal something of the mind that is constantly running all the time. You can find tools and tips to settle it.
Yes.
And stabilize it, but it doesn't go away.
No.
And it's like discrimination. It doesn't go away.
No.
Stigma, it doesn't go away. Now it's time to make it go away by collaborating, by joining, by connecting, and by doing what we're doing, these live shows of awareness and education.
Exactly, and just to add on to that, I'm gonna say it straight. You was born with a voice box. Stop being scared of using it.
I love that, because we need to start speaking out, right? We've been silent for too long. And it's like you just said, Adam, 6 years ago, you found out about mental health. And mental health has been going on for centuries.
I know.
But centuries ago, they were not allowed to speak of it because it was either witchcraft or sorceress or black magic and all that other stuff, right?
Yeah.
So now people are realizing it isn't any of that. There is actual chemical imbalances. There are things that affect people, like trauma,
Absolutely.
like abuse, like grief. It affects the mental health.
Yep.
So we need to start speaking and spilling that mental health out there and breaking the stigma. So Adam, if you could work with 3 people, any 3 people in the world on mental health, who would you like to work with?
Oh, come on, you can't do this to me.
Yes, I can. I'm going to make you
come
dig deep.
on!
Because there are people out there that can make that impact because they have the platform for it. So what 3 would you like to work with Adam?
I don't know.
Oh, yes, you do. Dig deep.
I want to work with everybody.
But 3 people that you know that can make an impact right now. 3 people. Whether it be a celebrity, whether it be a teacher, whether it be a doctor, who would you
We're
like
all
to work
celebrities, Liz.
I know we're all famous,
There's no
right?
difference between like yourself or Matt Damon. There's no difference because we've got one thing in common. We are human.
But who would you like to work with, Adam, if you had a chance?
Definitely not the Royals. I don't want to work with them. I've got my views on them. But anyway, let's not get into that. I'd want to work with the FA, like the Sporting Commission, that manages all the sports. You've really put me.
I put you on the spot. The tea is strong today. I'm going to dig deep. That's what I do.
I've never been asked this before.
Miss Liz doesn't do what everybody else is doing. Miss Liz does.
I'm just reading Tammy's comment. The autism dad is pretty awesome, if you know who he is. Right, okay. I'm going to go off that. Are we talking about just mental health or autism as well?
I think Adam, for you to really make an impact, this is not advice, this is just a suggestion. Autism is the way to go because there is not
Yeah.
enough information about autism out there.
I definitely work with National Autistic Society. I'll definitely work with them. Absolutely. Yeah, and yeah, and I work with you.
There we go. So you got 1 out of 2. We got to get the other 2. So for the viewers and listeners out there, if you have a connection or a way of getting these organizations to work with Adam, then reach out and connect with Adam on his social media platform. Because that's what we really need to start doing is we need to start reaching out to the people that we think will not even give us the time of day. Well, you know what? We're knocking on the doors and we're coming. And we're going to flip some tables because this is time to make a difference. We're going to make a difference for mental health because we're going to be different and we're going to do different, Adam. And we're not going to give up because we never give up.
No.
So
we get setbacks, but that's a positive. See setbacks as not something bad. See it as an opportunity.
Right? And we have to stop belittling ourselves.
Yes.
As, like you said, we're all celebrities. We're all famous.
We are.
We all make a difference. We all make an impact. A celebrity is just a job title.
It's a label.
They are working too. And we need to start looking at celebrities and famous people like that too. It is a job. They get up, they go to work, they feed themselves, they work hard. So let's start looking at celebrities as everyday people too. They are making a difference. They come from all walks of life too. They had to work their butts off to get to where they are. So let's start looking at them like people, not titles, and actually understand they have a right to their privacy too. They have a right to speaking out and sharing about their mental health because mental health affects a lot of celebrities. It affects a lot of famous people and they stay silent because of judgment. So let's start breaking that barrier open.
Absolutely.
And let's allow them to speak without the judgment.
Yeah, I agree. I agree because you touched on barriers and it's like the biggest barrier is yourself. It's yourself because yeah, you can have every Tom, Dick, and Harry throwing all sort of abuse at you, but are you just going to sit there and stand there and actually take it? Or are you going to say, enough's enough, I'm going to do it? Because if you notice, there's a high percentage, I don't know exactly the statistics, but the only reason people attack people is because they are jealous that you're actually doing something productive with your life.
Well, most people that are attacking people are the ones that are scared of doing it themselves.
Exactly.
So it's easier to attack somebody that's actually doing what you want to do, but you just don't have the balls to do it.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I'm going to be passionate about it because I live with mental health since the age of 12, maybe even younger than that. But I was diagnosed at the age of 12.
Yeah.
And then I was diagnosed at the age of 21 and then 26. I was labeled with a lot of different labels.
Ooh.
And what I do, I call them jams, jar jams, because you always have different flavors in different jams, right? And I'm going to bring a different flavor in a different jam every day, every time to a different table, to who you are, what you do, the way that you treat me is the way that I'll treat you.
Absolutely.
You know, respect is earned, trust is earned. It's not demanded. You don't come to me and say, Miss Liz, trust me. No, I'm not trusting you. You work for that trust. So Adam,
trust.
So Adam, what message do you have for the viewers and listeners out there before we wrap up your tea time? Because we're getting close to the hour, but I don't want to wrap up too soon because we have some other good news that's coming. So,
I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, good. Just talk. Don't live in silence because silence. Don't make the same mistake I did because I lived in silence for 21 years and that was the biggest burden on myself ever. And it almost killed me. It really did. And if I stayed in silence, I probably won't be here today. The mental health warriors probably won't even exist. So this is why I'm here. I'm encouraging you. Talk. Just talk. Even if it's small words, it's still you talking. And there are people here to listen and here to help the best way we can.
So Adam, if anybody wanted to be on the Mental Health Warriors, what do they need to do?
Reach out. Reach out, message us. Message us, because at the end of the day, you've got a story. It doesn't matter who you are, what age you are, you've got a story and you've got a message. Let's get it delivered.
Oh, we have a bot in Miss Liz's room again. Bot
I
away.
see it.
Because Miss Liz don't play the bot. So I want to thank you, Adam, for joining me today on Tea Time and for sharing your tea and
Yes.
doing the work that you're doing and bringing awareness. I want to thank you for your services. And I want to thank you for your time, because a lot of time and passion has gone into the mental health warriors. If
I'm a
anybody
busy
would
guy.
like to know, right? And if anybody would like to know more about the mental health warriors, please check out their social media platforms. Like Adam said, they are also on TikTok now. They're on Spotify, Amazon. They're on all of that good stuff. They're getting there. They're taking their baby steps. Miss Liz is making sure, pushing, and letting you know that your story does matter and that you do make a difference. And we can make a difference when we start collaborating, when we start working together. And I want to thank you, Adam, for the times that you've had me on the Mental Health Warriors. And for anyone that knows Miss Liz does support Mental Health Warriors 110%. So if you want to know anything about Mental Health Warriors, you can reach out to me, Miss Liz, or
Oh,
you can
there
reach
you
out
go.
to Adam.
There you go.
There he is. He's on TikTok too.
There you go.
So I will get that into the comments. I will get your TikTok. I will get your Spotify and your Amazon also. I'll put that into the comments, Adam. And I want to thank each and every one of the Tea Time guests who have been on season 1, 2, and 3. But get ready, because season 4 is going to be completely different. We are going to be doing different. Miss Liz always brings a little something different each and every year. And in 2023, it will be different. There will be a lot of collaboration. There will be a lot of gatherings, a lot of speaking out, roundtables. So if you would like to be a part of Miss Liz's mission or any of the work that Miss Liz does, you can reach me on all social media as well. And if you would like to work with Adam, with the Mental Health Warriors, and collaborate with Adam so we can get the stigma
Liz.
and bullies out there. But me and Adam, we have something on that with bullies. Miss Liz disagrees, because I feel we all have a bully in us. It's like cancer. It's if we use it, if we activate it, because we
Absolutely.
have been pushed to limits, and bullies who bully us, eventually we snap and we
Mm,
end up bullying back. And it's sad, but that's the way it
yeah.
is in life. So we end up becoming what actually affects us, unless we choose not to. And it's a choice. Everything is a choice in life. So if you are suffering from mental health illness or disability discrimination, check in your local areas for services, for
Yeah.
resources. Be sure to reach out. Adam has said it all through the show. Reach out, talk.
Reach out.
Let's break the stigma. Let's break the barriers, and let's just be a voice of change. So I really want to thank everyone for joining today. Thank you, Tammy, for joining in the studio. It is amazing to have you here. I've seen
Thank
you
you,
blossom.
Bart.
And thank you, Bod, for joining us. We appreciate you as well. And I want to thank the viewers and listeners who watch the replays, who watch the after live shows. You too make a difference. Even though you don't join us during the live show, we see you and we hear you. We see your comments and we see your support. So don't feel that you have to join a live show. If it feels better to join when you're comfortable at home on your own time in your own space, this is why our YouTube channels are there. This is why Mental Health Warriors YouTube channel is there. This is why Miss Liz's YouTube channel is there. It is there for when you're comfortable, you can listen and you can watch. You can take it at your own pace. Watch a little or watch a lot. And there are many different incredible people out there. Now, another good thing that is coming, December 22nd, we have a reunion show.
See
We
ya.
have an afternoon show and we have an evening show, because Miss Liz has guests from all over the globe. So we have the guests from 2022 joining us. Some of them may be joining us, some of them may not, because of time frame and due to holidays and family time. So I want to thank again all the viewers, all the listeners. Adam, thank you for bringing all of the incredible people that you bring to your table as well. And Check out the Mental Health Warriors and let's break the stigma. Let's break the discrimination. And the final last thing that we have Natasha Dean joining me on November 24th, and she'll be bringing in children's stories, one story at a time that makes a difference. So, see, we make a difference through stories, through trauma, through abuse, grief, education, teaching. And this is how we truly make an impact with lives. So, again, I really want to thank everyone because I truly appreciate each and every one of you.
Yeah.
And be sure to check out Miss Liz's YouTube channel and give it a good click subscribe. Let's get Miss Liz up to the numbers so that we can get this monetized and we can get Miss Liz really pushing some
Same with
doors
us.
open. Right? And we'll do that for Mental Health Warriors. We'll also get them monetized and get them moving as
Exactly.
well.
Yeah,
And get the
we just
viewers out there.
yeah, we're on over 600 subscribers now. So yeah.
Look at you go. I'm coming. My train is coming.
Oh,
So I'm going to wrap up the show a little different tonight because me and Adam are good friends and we have gone through a lot together. Adam, I want to ask you, since we become friends, what has changed in your life?
everything. Everything. My look, because I used to have long hair. I never wore a t-shirt. I used to always wear like hoodies and leather jacket and all that. So my life has changed, and it's going to continue to change because I'm looking for opportunities, and opportunities are looking for me, and we're practically two trains, and we're going to lead to one path.
Awesome. Well,
Yes.
what has changed for me meeting you, Adam, is my voice. I've gotten
Ooh.
firm. I've gotten really blunt. I've always been a blunt person, but I've really become really straightforward and blunt. And I think that's the UK blood that's coming into Canada blood, and we're kind of just mixing in. And my uncle from the UK also says, Miss Liz, something's changed, and I think it's because of the support that I've gotten from other countries like yourself, Adam.
Oh, you can't give me all the blame.
Oh, I'm just going to give you a little.
Thank you.
So again, thanks each and every one of you, and I will see you November 24th, 7 p.m. for an evening tea time. And be sure to check out the guests that are coming in December. We have 4 final guests, and then we have the double reunion tea time. And the double tea time reunion show is just a simple gathering of all of the guests, getting to meet each other and seeing what work they do and seeing if we can get some collaboration going on together with some of my guests. So again, thank you, Adam. Thank you to the viewers. Thank you to the listeners. And I will see everyone November 24th, 7 p.m. with Natasha Dean. Get ready because we're going to be talking some incredible stories with Natasha Dean.